Oh. Hi, you guys are welcome. Welcome, welcome everyone. It's welcome, guys. I'm super excited to be here with you guys this night. So now I want you guys to do me a favor. I want you to go to the group and support everybody's up. Go and support them up and tell them we are live, we are live, we are live. So I just want you to, I want you to help me. Is it too much for you guys to do? So I just want you to help me go to the group and tell everyone we are live, we are live, we are live, we are live. Let everybody know we are live. So I want the whole group to be buzzing with we are live. So this is your first assignment though, as a social media manager. So I want you to do me that favor. So go to the group and say, we are live, we are live. Let everybody know we are live. Okay, thank you. Morayo Abbas, thank you very much. Morayo, thank you. I think I should start giving gifts to people who are doing this for me. Okay, so let's keep buzzing. Let's keep buzzing. We are live. 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 All right. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. We are live, we are live, we are live, we are live, we are live. We are live, we are live, we are live. Let's keep doing that. Not on this chat, so I want you to go to the group. Not here. Go to the WhatsApp group. Exactly, the WhatsApp group. So go to the WhatsApp group. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Andrew, thank you very much. All right, so I have a couple of people here. Great Grace. Wow, I love that name. Great Grace, it's nice to have you here. Mercy, it's nice to have you. Michael, it's nice to have you. Mr. Afun, I think this should be a Ghanaian, right? I'm so happy to have you here, right? Okay, nice one, Mr. Afun, I'm so happy to have you here. Mercy, I'm so happy to have you. Somebody say make una come online. That's miscellaneous. Okay, lovely to be here from Ghana. Okay, so now let's do this now. Which country or which state are you? All right, from Ghana. A lot of people are from Ghana here. Okay, nice one, nice one. Lagos, Nigeria. Mary, Lagos, Nigeria. Good. So I want you to represent your state or your country. If you are from Sierra Leone, say you are from Sierra Leone. If you are from Ghana, say you are from Ghana. Okay, Accra, Ghana. Salami, Michael. Good. Ikeja, Israel from Calabar. Nice one. Ogunleke from Osun State. Wow, Genevieve from Ghana. Daisy from Accra, Ghana. Good. You guys are representing very well. That's nice. Okay, nice one. Loretta from Accra, Ghana. Maxwell from Ghana. Oh my God, I have a lot of Ghanaians here. Hope I'm not going to pack to Ghana this night. Maria from Lagos, Nigeria. Nice one. Abiola from Lagos, Nigeria. Nice one. Cape Coast, Ghana. Abenego. Deborah from Kano. Mercy from Lagos. Wow, it's nice to have you guys. It's nice to have you guys here. Okay, Abigail from Bruce from Accra, Ghana. Emmanuel.
Yeah. Ghana and Nigeria are flooded with you.
Nice one.
Dans la possibilité,
nice one. Music nice to have you guys here. So this guy, wow, Samuel from Uyo, Nigeria. Tema from Ghana, nice one. So it's nice to have you wonderful people here, right? I'm super excited to have you guys here. I'm super excited to have you guys here. So without not wasting much of our time, right? I don't want us to waste much time here. So I just want to, I would just want us to dive into it directly without not wasting much time. But then I want you guys to do every other person a favor who does not know that we are already live on this platform. So I want you guys to go to the WhatsApp, right? Do everyone a favor and tell them that we are actually live. We are live here on Zoom. Tell them to join the Zoom. All right. So about this webinar, so this webinar is to empower you to become a certified social media manager. And in this webinar, you are going to get every guide that is necessary for you to become a social media manager. Every detailed is going to help you and is going to guide you to become a social media manager. So, but then, in this webinar, we're going to be discussing about who is a social media manager. We're going to be talking about strategies. We're going to be talking about engagement techniques, and I promise you that I got you covered, right? I got you covered. I got you covered, and I can guarantee you that everything that you are going to learn here is going to be very insightful, right? It's something that if you pay attention to every details of everything that I say in this webinar, I guarantee you that the sky is just the beginning. Are you getting me? All right. So first of all, I've been addressing a whole lot of people. I'm calling their names. I've called Great Grace. I've called Jetan. I've called Morrison. I've called Blessing. I've called a whole lot of people's name. But the thing there is that some of you does not even know my name, right? So my own name is Afolayan Ololade Tomiwa, right? For the Ghanaians, this might be too hard for you to pronounce, but don't cut your tongue, yeah? So let me just give you the simple name that you can call. You can just call me Olawelt, right? That's the popular name that majority of my colleagues, my friends, and my students know me as. They know me as Olawelt, right? And I have a title to myself, right? I am popularly addressed as Sabi Digital Marketer too, right? That's a title. You know, just like when you give someone a chieftaincy, right, for his expertise. So some people recognize me with that title, Sabi Digital Marketer. So I have earned this title due to my versatility and my expertise in the field of digital marketing, right, over the years. And I have the privilege of assisting thousands of students in earning a livelihood and establishing profitable business and careers worldwide, right? My primary objective has always been to try for excellence in Nigeria's digital marketing landscape. But then the goal has scaled up, right? So we are not doing Nigeria anymore. We are doing worldwide, right? So I am proud to be in partnership with Digital World Tech Academy, right? So this webinar is actually brought to you by Digital World Tech Academy. You can see the logo behind you, right? You can see the logo behind you, right? So it's proudly brought to you by Digital World Tech Academy, right? Due to the fact that a lot of companies have been reaching out to this tech institute, looking for social media management all over, right? So they decided that we should create a webinar to inform people about how lucrative this course can be. You know, a lot of people don't know that a course like this exists and is very, very, very lucrative, right? So I am proud to be in partnership with Digital World Tech Academy because their mission strongly aligns with my core values. And I believe that together we can work together to empower individuals and business to thrive in the digital realm. So through this collaboration, we aim to make a meaningful impact and drive positive change in the digital marketing industry and beyond, right? So that's why we are actually having this webinar, right? It's a collaboration between me and the institute in order to empower people so that they can be deemed fit for social media management role. Companies, businesses are looking for social media manager all over the whole wide world, right? We have organizations all over, we have businesses all over, and they are looking for people that are skillful in this particular area, right? And that is why Digital World Tech Academy has bring about this webinar in order to enlighten people, right? So let me just do a rough. So let me just do a brief introduction about the institute itself. So Digital World is an online learning platform, right, with the mission of making tech skills affordable and accessible for everyone, right? So we at Digital World Tech Academy, we want because now that everyone is going digitally, everyone is learning tech skill here and there now, right? And people are finding it difficult to still familiarize themselves in this particular niche. So that's why Digital World Tech Academy has tried in their way to make sure that tech skill is affordable and accessible to everyone. So we want everyone to be empowered. So our mission is to make computer education very accessible and affordable to Nigerians and Africa in general. So we have our specific target audience, right? So, and our target audience are Africa in general, especially people in Nigeria, right? Where our institute reside. Okay, so without wasting much our time, we are about to go to the next phase for what we are actually here for, right? So if you are, I want this to be a two-way communication, right? You know, when a teacher is in the class teaching in the class, he wants to know whether He wants to know whether the students are actually following along, right? So you want to know whether the students are actually following along. You want to know whether the students are with him. So I want you to go to the chat box and tell me you are with me and you are ready to fire up with me. So now let me see you go into the chat box and say, we are ready and let's fire up. So let's go, let's go. So let's go. Say, I'm ready. So I want you to hit the keyword, I'm ready, because now we are about to go down. We are about to go down. Say, I'm ready. And another thing is that we have a whole lot of people in that group, in the WhatsApp group. So this is a favor you need to do for me. This is a favor you need to do for me. I want you to go to the WhatsApp group as well, right? I want you to go post the place and tell them we are about to start. They should come online, right? They should come online. Right? Most people don't know that we are online. But then if we can bombard the WhatsApp, right, a whole lot of people are going to turn up here. So I want you guys to do me that favor. So go to the WhatsApp group and say we are online, we are ready, we are online, we are ready, we are online, we're ready, we are online, we are ready, we are online, we are online. So go to the chat, to the WhatsApp group. Go to the WhatsApp group. I don't want to. Now, for those of you that are going to be staying to the end of this webinar, I have something special for you, right? There's something very, very special I have for you. So I encourage everyone to stay at the end of this webinar, right? I'm encouraging you to stay at the end of this webinar because there's something very, very important I have for you. Then I know that a lot of people have actually been anticipating this webinar, right? So I will encourage you to stay to the end. Make sure you stay till the end of the webinar, right? Thank you, everyone who has heed to my instructions by going to the WhatsApp group. I can't thank you enough. I want to appreciate you, right, for doing that for me. That tells that you are a good student. And that's the first, the first success you are going to be having here, right? Obedience. So they say you should do something, you are doing it. It's a very good trait, right? So now, you're about to start. So first of all, there's something I want to build up here, right? Understanding is a very, very important thing. I want you guys to be attentive. If it require you that you go get a pen and paper, I want you to go get it now, right? If it's required that you're gonna get a pen and paper, go and get it now, because every instruction that I'm going to be giving here, every information I'm going to be giving here, right, is going to help you and is going to propel you to where you belong. So I want you guys to go get a pen and paper. I can see Don Morrison going to get his own pen and paper, right? Morrison, nice one. So I want every other person to take the same step. Go and get a pen and paper. Go and get a pen and paper. Because I have something special for those that are going to answer my question. That's why I say go and get a pen and paper and stay to the end of this webinar. Right? Okay. So let's go. So first of all, just like I said earlier, that understanding is very, very important. Having an understanding about the journey you want to dive into is very, very, very important. So the question is, who is a social media manager? That's the first question. Who is a social media manager? Right? And trust me, in this class, you are going to get value. Trust me. So the first question is, who is a social media manager? Right? So a social media manager is to help build companies' brand reputation. A social media manager is to help build companies' brand reputation by planning, by implementing, by managing, monitoring the organization's social media strategy in order to increase brand awareness, improve marketing efforts, and drive engagement with the target audience. Don't worry, the English might be too much. I will help you to break it down. So imagine that you have not come in contact with someone before, but you have an impression of who that person is, right? So that's the same thing with a social media manager, right? Someone has not come in contact with your products, someone has not come in contact with you before, right? But they see the things that you are posting online, right? So those things make them to have an impression of who you are. Are you getting it now? So as a social media manager, right, you are to help to build companies' brand reputation. So there's a reputation they are trying to create on the online space, right? So your job as a manager is to help them to build that reputation. Let me give you a simple example to illustrate that. For those, some of you who are in Nigeria, right? Some of you have not come in contact with Bobrisky before, right? You don't know who he is. Some of you have never even come in contact with him, right? But based on the things that he posted online, right, you can actually have an impression of who he is. Are you getting it? Let me give you another typical example of someone else too. Someone like Portable. He's a Nigerian too, a Nigerian musician. You have not come in contact with Portable before. You don't know who he is. You don't know where he stays, right? But because of the things you've been hearing about him, and because of what you've been hearing about him, you have a reputation, you have an impression of who he is, right? So the same thing happens to us as a social media manager, right? They have not come in contact with our clients. They have not come in contact with the organization we are working with, right? But they can actually give an impression about what that organization is actually all about. Right? So some of you have not, some of you, one of the reasons why some of you buy the product you buy online, right? Some of you, one of the reasons why you buy your Nike, one of the reasons why you buy the products you buy is because of the perception you have about those products you see online. And this comes a whole lot, all right? So it comes with a whole lot of planning, right? It comes with a whole lot of implementing of strategy. It comes with a whole lot of monitoring social media strategy in order to increase that brand awareness and to improve the marketing efforts and drive engagement with the target audience. Now, as a social media manager, you are not concerned about yourself. What we are basically concerned about is our target audience, right? The target audience are the people we want to sell our brands to our products, our services, right? The people we want to sell to. So most of our majority of our concern are to the target audience. So that is why we need to create a good impression, right, to our target audience so that they can buy our products and our services. Is that understood? If you understand what, because this is the bedrock. So if you understand what I've been saying since morning, I want you to go to the chat box and say, I understand, I understand, I understand, and I understand. For some of you who cannot hear me, okay, Jeremiah said, Bruce said he understands me. Someone with iPhone say, Fasiat said, I understand. Shibuike, I understand. Okay. Lex Olo say, I understand. All right. Good. That means we are good to go. I understand. Please move forward. All right. Kenneth, there is all right. All right. So, just like I said earlier, it's a two-way communication. I need to know that I'm carrying you guys along. Right. So now that we understand our primary assignments as a social media manager, then we need to know our duties and our responsibilities as a social media manager. What are my duties? What are my responsibilities? Right? So when someone employ you or when a client reach out to you, right? Whether it's an international client, whether it's a local client, right? When they reach out to you, you know what to tell them. You actually know what to tell them in order to pay you that money that you want them to pay you, right? So your duties of a social media manager. Number one of our duty is content management, sometimes called content creation or creation as well, right? Content management. So our duty as a social media manager is to understand what kind of content we can create in order to build that kind of reputation we want to build on the online space. Remember, we said that there's an impression we want to create. Now, in order for us to be able to create that impression, we need to create content, right? What I mean by content are images and videos that aligns with our brand, right? So images, videos that aligns with our brand. So we need to understand, we need to create content, right, that aligns with the values, the mission of that particular brand. So content management is one of the duty of a social media manager, right? And not only creating this content, right? Every content has its own objectives. Every content has what it wants to actually achieve, right? So content management. Then the second thing is we need to perform research. So as a social media manager, there are so many things that comes with it. We need to perform research about our target audience. Remember, we are not just creating the social media platform for ourselves. We have people that we are actually, we want them to be in alignment with what we are actually selling. So we need to perform research about our target audience, where they stay, where they position themselves, right? What age brackets are they, and what platform are they likely to be? What I mean by what platform, that I mean what social media platform are they likely to be? Let me quickly tell you a story, right? I remember why I'm talking and emphasizing on these duties is because I remember my first gig as a social media manager, right? So a particular NGO organization reached out to me, all right, as they want me to help them to build their reputation on the online space. But based on the fact that I do not have a holistic knowledge about what a social media manager is, right? I missed out of that gig, right? I missed out of that gig. I got the job, but I was not able to deliver to the core. And that's one of the things that prompts me to learn what this social media management is really all about, so that I can be able to deliver at the optimal level. Imagine someone offering me to pay me 150,000 naira every month, right? And I'm not reporting to any office or anything. I'm working remotely, right? And I missed out of that job just because I do not know what my responsibility is, right? So it is very, very necessary for you, right, to know what your duty, what your responsibility is. And that's why I'm taking my whole time to explain all these things to detail, so that you can actually have a holistic knowledge about what your duty is supposed to be as a social media manager, right? So the second thing, the third one, is to be able to collaborate with other teams in a company, right? So we want to give our customers, we want to give our target audience, we want to give them the best users experience, right? And with that, it will prompt us to be able to collaborate with other people, right? It will help us to collaborate with other teams in a company. Let's say an organization, for example, employ you as a social media manager, right? One of the things there is to learn collaboration, right? How you can collaborate with the web designer, how you can collaborate with the UI UX designer, how you can collaborate with their data analysis, data analysis person, how you can collaborate with their app developer, that's their SEO analyst and all that. So collaboration is very, very, very important. So you should learn how to collaborate, right? So that you can give the target audience a very good user experience. User experience is actually good for every business, because that's what is going to prompt them to always come back every time, right? So then the fourth one there, you should be able to learn how to design and implement social media strategy, right? There are different kind of strategy which I'm going to be teaching you in the course of this course, right? How to design and how to implement, not only to design, right, but to implement different social media strategy, right? I'm going to be teaching you all that. Then set specific objectives and report on ROI. ROI simply means result on investment. Result on investment, right? So you should be able to learn how to set specific objectives and report on result on this investment, right? So then another thing, you should learn how to communicate with followers and engage them, right? Your followers are your community. Your followers are your target audience. Your followers are your community. Your followers are your target audience, right? So communicating with them effectively is one thing that needs to be learned as a social media manager. Then suggest and implement new features, right? You need to always be innovative. As a social media manager, innovation is the key, right? Staying up to trends, right? Current technologies, current tools that are actually on the online space, right? You need to learn how to stay up to date. Then, having said all these things, Then another thing we need to learn is the social media platform, right? The social media platform itself. The social media platform, are you guys following me? Following this my teaching? Is it understandable enough? Right? Am I too fast? Are you getting me? Right? If you understand, please go to the comment section and say, yes, you understand. Yes, you understand. Am I too fast? Am I okay? Yes, it's understandable. Shalom, thank you. Jeremiah, thank you. Yeah, this your feedback is very, very important. Fasia, thank you very much. Yes, it's going well. Karen, thank you. Jeremiah, thank you very much. I really appreciate you guys for these feedbacks, right? Very, very important. All right, so having talked about the responsibilities, then the next thing is we need to talk about the platform itself, right? Different people are on this platform. Different people, different audiences. Every platform has their own audience, right? So understanding this, different platform will help you to be able to strategically position yourself on the social media space, right? So understanding this platform will help you to strategically position yourself on the social media space, right? So like the YouTube, what kind of audience are on the YouTube? What kind of audience are on the Twitter? What kind of audience are on the Instagram? What kind of audience are on the Snapchat? What kind of audience are on the TikTok? What kind of audience are on the Facebook? Right? Having this understanding will help you to position yourself strategically, right? So in order not to waste much of our time, right, I won't be talking much on this platform, right? But later on, I'll be talking more on it. But then I want you to understand that having this understanding will help you to communicate effectively, right? To communicate effectively as a social media manager, right? I have my reason why I am going through this route to explain all this. I want you guys to actually have an understanding, right? So that when you are talking from the perspective of someone who knows what you are talking from the perspective of someone who knows what he is doing. So someone is actually writing on my screen, and I want to stop that. So you guys should just give me like 30 seconds. Let me do this.
What's nothing wrong with this? I'm not putting back there. We have bombs. No, I don't think these people are as tough as they want to see. Yeah, I was happy to extract a bit of information and I feel that they're tense, you know, from the last warning that you gave to them. So I'm thinking that we should just hold out a bit. Just dress on their scared. You know, it's like we're getting there. No. Not so. I would rather pay the money and get Kole out safe. Then I will deal with them later. Oh yes, I will deal with them later. But I'm serious.
All right. Sorry for that. But you can help me to warn that person to stop that thing. All right. So if you can help me to warn that person to stop that thing, it will be good. All right. Thank you. All right. So nice one. Now, we need to understand that in order for us to be a certified social media manager, right, we are working with businesses. right? We are working with organizations that want to position themselves aright. Not really mean organization, not only organization, even personal brands, which I'm still going to talk about that, right? Personal brand who want to position themselves on the online space. And these businesses are everywhere in the whole wide world. These organizations are in Ghana, these organizations are in Nigeria, these organizations are in Kenya, they are in UK, they are in Canada, they are in Australia. These organizations are everywhere. In short, let me shock you. Even in Nigeria alone, we have enough organizations that are actually looking for social media manager, right? I just told you guys now that companies have been reaching out to Digital World Tech Academy to give them people who are skillful as a social media manager. A whole lot of companies have been reaching out, right? So because the thing there is that the concentration of people have been diverted. They don't even know which tech skill to actually go for. But I can tell you that social media management is one lucrative tech skill that you can learn, right, and get job easily. And I'm going to prove it before we end this webinar. I'm going to prove it to you, to tell you that jobs are available for you. Jobs are available for you. All you just need to do is to learn the skill. Jobs are available for you. If you can learn the skill, I can guarantee you that you have job. Just buzz me on my DM and say, now, and I give you test and you go well with the test, I will give you a job. I guarantee you that. So jobs are actually available for social media manager, right? So now, what if I say jobs are available, right? Why do businesses need social media manager? Number one, to increase their brand exposure. Social media is not just a platform where you make connection with friends and family. Rather, it is more than a platform where you can promote your product or services and content, right? So businesses now understands that if they want to expose themselves to more people on the digital space, they need to go online. They need to go they need to strategically position themselves on the social media space, right? So the first thing is to increase brand exposure, right? Even you yourself, I know maybe some of you have businesses that you want to run on the online space, right? Learning social media management can help you to position your business right on the online space. So the first thing is to increase brand exposure, right? So it helps you to increase brand exposure. Then another thing is to better the customer experience. Better the customer experience, right? So companies like Amazon, these are companies like Jumia, companies like Konga. These are the things they know earlier, right? Where someone can be at the comfort of their home and they can order for products and services and we deliver to them at their doorstep. That's a very wonderful customer experience. And every customer doesn't want to stretch themselves at this point in time, where at a snap or at the blink of an eye, they can get their product directed to them in their home. So another thing is to better the customer experience. So every businesses now, they want to better their customer experience because they know that happy customer will always come back. Are you getting it? You can see these two guys now, they are happy, right? So happy customers will actually always come back. They will always come back. Why do you go back to that place you eat, that restaurant you eat? Why do you go back to that place you buy clothes? Why do you go back to that place you buy shoes. It's because you have a good customer experience. So businesses understand this, and they know that positioning themselves on the digital space is going to help them to better their customer experience. Another thing is to increase their footfall or traffic, right? So positioning your businesses now understand that positioning themselves on the digital space will increase traffic. What I mean by traffic is that will increase the inflow of people coming to their business. You can see all these plenty people now moving to that business area, right? Because a business that is well positioned on the digital space will always have people that will always go and know what are the things that they are actually doing very well in this in this in for this business. Actually, there is one. Let me tell you one example of that. There's one company that I can give kudos to that. I don't know if you have heard about the Boku bread, right? Boku bread just blew up on the social media space. And you can see the numbers of turn up of people that are actually going to that place to buy bread, right? Because of what they've been able to hear and because of the impression they've been able to create on the online space, right, with their products. Remember we talked about the impression, so that really too added to it. So you should be able to create a very good impression so that people can actually come and know what they can actually want to know more about your product and your services. Am I communicating at all? If I'm communicating, please, I need that feedback, right? So just tell me, yes, I am communicating, please. It's the least thing you can do, all right? So just go, you say, yes, I am communicating. Yes, you are communicating. Yes, you are communicating. Thank you, Mercy. Mercy has been, Mercy, Victoria, Shalom. I know my people, Michael. These people have been very wonderful. Fasiat, I've been taking note of some people here. Aminat, thank you guys. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. All right, I really appreciate you guys. Okay, yes, you have been communicating. All right, thank you, Monique. All right, thank you very much. All right, thank you. Then improve sales performance. Every business knows that sales is like the lifeline of every business. A business that does not have sales will not grow. So the growth of every business lies in their sales. The growth of every business lies where? In their sales. The growth of every business lies in their sales. If you agree with me, go to the chat box and say, I agree with you. So the growth of every business lies in their sales performance. All right? So a business that does not have sales, we tag that business as actually a failed business. The business has actually failed. So in order to help to improve your sales performance, go online. Go online where you have the ability to reach to a whole wide of numbers of people. Right? So that is why it is very important for us to strategically position ourselves on, or these business people have been able to strategically position themselves on the online space, right? And they need a skillful social media manager to help them to manage their platform in order to increase their sales, right? So you see the reason why they're actually going digitally. Then another thing is cost-effective marketing. One thing about social media, or one thing about the online space, is that you don't spend much money, right? When you are running a campaign online. And not every business can afford to put banner. Not every business can afford to go to radio station. Not every business can afford to go to newspaper, right? But some of them are willing to try the social media space. because it's not even expensive, right? With 5,000 naira, you can run an ad, right? Creating an Instagram platform, you don't need to pay money for it. Creating a Facebook platform, you don't need to pay money for it. Creating a Twitter platform, we don't need to create money, pay money for this, right? So cost-effective marketing is one thing that can actually help businesses. So they understand these things, all right? And that is why they needed someone who can actually help them, right? So that they can actually increase their sales. Then another thing is ability to reach to more people. Ability to reach to more people. I've talked about this before. Social media is a good mine for generating quality leads. What I mean by leads as a digital marketer, leads are prospects, right? People who are not your business, they are not your customer yet, but with time, they can be your customer, right? Social media is a good mine for generating quality leads. With 3.48 billion social media users, this is as of 2019, right? So that you can know that the numbers has increased now, right? This as of 2019, we are recording about 3.48 billion people on the social media space. Everybody are on the social media space now. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, a whole lot of people are on the social media space, right? So the ability to reach more people. Then, just like I said, that I'm not gonna be talking more about the platform, but then this is one thing I'm going to be talking more about now, right? Branding. So remember that I talked about impression, right? I talked about impression earlier. Did anybody do you remember that I talked about impression earlier, right? I talked about impression. I said most people have not come in contact with us, but with our social media presence, right, they can really tell about what our product and services is all about, right? So that is branding. So branding is trying to create a perception, an impression about what your product or your service is. There's a perception people have when it comes to iPhone, right? People believe that iPhone is a quality phone. That's a good sound. It has a, right? They stands for quality, and they stand out among all mobile phones, right? That is branding for you. That perception they are trying to create in the mind of their audience. Are you getting it now? So that is branding. So one important thing you need to understand as a social media manager is to understand what branding is all about, right? So you've not come in contact with a product, you've not come in contact with a particular product, but there's a perception you have about that product. There's something you can tell about that product and say, iPhone, they are the best. iPhone remain the best for me because they are different. And it tells in their slogan, think different. So I said, I tried to give you a layman definition here. I say, imagine a person, their name, their appearance, how they talk, and what they stand for. All these things make up their identity. Similarly, a brand has its own identity, made up of its name, logo, color, font, and the feelings and association people have when they think about it. So what people, the holistic knowledge about branding is your logo, right? Your slogan, right? And the perception people have about that product and about that service. So when they are talking about branding, branding does not really mean that it is the logo. Logo does not mean branding, right? Logo is not branding, right? But it is part of branding. So we call it brand identity. So brand identity are your logo, right? They are your fonts, those things that associate with your brand, right? Don't worry, in the course of this class, you will understand better. Are you guys with me? Are you guys with me? If you are with me, you can go to the chat box and say, yes, I am with you. I am with you. I am with you. Now, that now makes us understand that there are different types of brand. There are these different types of brand reputation. We have what is called the product branding. We have what is called the corporate branding, right? Then we have what is called personal branding. This corporate branding, we can still say, is called organizational branding, right? So the product branding focuses on creating a unique identity and image, right, for a specific product or line of products. So it involves developing characteristics, values, and associations that distinguish that product from the competitors and resonate with the target audience. So product branding aims to build loyalty and preferences among consumers. Now, let me give you a better understanding to this. So when we're talking about product branding, right, let's use Maggi for example, right? Maggi has become a household name. It has become a household name to the point that even when you want to buy Knorr, you know, Knorr is different from Maggi. So even when people want to buy Knorr, they will say, give me Knorr Maggi. Because they've been able to create a name for themselves. Somebody is laughing. Right? They will say, give me Knorr Maggi. But that's very, very different. And that's the same thing that happens to even the pen we use. We have different types of pen names. Like we have the Eleganza, we have the Biro, and so forth and so forth. But when people want to buy pen, the first name that comes in mind will be what? Please, I want you to go to the chat box and tell me what comes to your mind. You want to buy pen. The first thing people will say is what? Biro. Thank you, Biro. Right? So they will say, give me Biro. Right? So that's a brand that has been able to create a very good perception for themselves. It has become a household name. Right? So that's the power of branding. Where even when it comes, and that's one of the things that Indomie has been able to got very right with their marketing, right? Even when people want to buy different noodles, they will still say, give me that Indomie, right? That's product branding. When you are able to create a particular perception for your brand has become a household name. Are you getting it now? That's brand. That's what makes you a brand. That's what makes that product that's what makes it a good brand, because they've been able to create a particular perception and impression in the mind of their target audience. Then we have the corporate branding, the organization branding, right? So I think I have a slide for all this. Okay. Let's take it this way. Because I put them into different. So let's take this way. Let's go to personal branding now. So personal branding is actually how you present yourself to the world. It's like your reputation on how people perceive you, even as a person. Right? Even you yourself, you are a brand. That's one thing people don't know. That even me, myself, I'm a brand, right? So as I'm a brand, there's a way I present myself to the world. Now, I'm going to be using this guy as a case study in order for you to understand what I mean when I'm talking about branding and when I'm talking about perception, when I'm talking about impression. Most of you have not come in contact with this guy called Sabinus, right? But you guys have a perception of him, right? Number one, he's always saying something like investor vibe, right? These are slogans that aligns with him. Then there's another thing that is always saying, hello, how is family, right? These are things that are associated with him. Then another thing that he does that distinguish himself among his fellow comedians is that he has a brand identity for himself. The blue and the black clothes he wears. In short, when you see another comedian wearing this attire, you will say, this person is copying Sabinus. That's personal branding, right? So personal branding is how you present yourself to the world. It's like your reputation, how people perceive you, right? So some of you have not even come in contact with him, right? But there are some things you can say about him because he has been able to successfully create a particular perception, a particular impression, right? So just like companies have logos and slogans, you have your own unique qualities. There are things that makes you stand out. There are skills that you have that other people don't have, and there are experiences that make you who you are. So when you have a client, right, that you are working with, whether the first thing you need to know there is that you need to ask them questions, right? So what are their core values for their brand? What are their values? What are their slogans? What do their brand stand for? And how do they want to present themselves to the world? Let me still give you a good example in order for you to understand what I'm trying to say, right? So, pastoral work is on another dimension, right? Just like, I talked about unique quality. There are pastors that have their own unique qualities. They have their own unique qualities. There are pastors that stands for healing, right? Let me give you an example of a pastor like that. When you are talking about healing, we talk about Pastor Chris Oyakhilome. When you are talking about faith, we talk about Pastor David Oyedepo. These are my Nigerian guys, you understand, right? So when we are talking about prophecy, right, before TB Joshua died, you can say that is unique. That is his unique expertise, right? So the same thing too is when you are working with personal brand, you should be able to ask them, what are their unique qualities? What are the things that make them stand out? Just like all these pastors has their unique qualities that make them stand out among other pastors, right? So what are those unique qualities the clients you are working for? What are those unique qualities they themselves to have, right? The organization they are working for, you are working with, what are the things that make them stand out, right? So these qualities are what we are actually talking about, right? So you should be able to understand all these things. So having this understanding will help you to position yourself and will help you to get that job. How are you getting it? Because in this, the whole of the social media management, I don't want to teach you guys only just to work with Nigerians and Ghanaians alone. No, I want you to work with brands that are in abroad, right? Brands that are in Europe. Are you getting my point? So, and when you're talking with these brands, You need to position yourself from a particular perspective of someone that is very, very skillful. So if you are not skillful, right, you cannot get the job. You cannot get the job. You cannot get the job. So you need to be skillful. In short, in some organizations in Nigeria, right, they will test you. They want to know your level of your knowledge of this expertise, whether you understand what the job they are actually placing in your hands, the responsibility that they are putting in your hands. So they want to test you. That's why I'm going through this route, to explain all these things to you, right? So that before we start talking about practicals, and before we, so that you understand what you are actually signing up for, right? So then we have different niche. We have the health niche. We have the health niche. We have the product niche. We have different niche that you can actually position yourself, right, as a social media manager, right? There are plenty gym instructors out there that are looking for a skillful social media manager to help their business scale up, right? We have musicians, we have comedians, we have skit makers, right? We have dancers, even here in Nigeria and abroad, that are looking for social media manager that can help their business, that can help what they do on the online space. So when you are talking to them, you talk to them from the perspective of, right, from the perspective of what you know. So what are the tools that are needed as a social media manager? Now we're going to be talking about the social media manager tools, right? So we have tools for social media management platform. So we have a tool, one of the tools that I use most of the time, called Metricool. So Metricool is actually a tool where you can use to integrate different social media platforms, right? So I'm going to be teaching you how you can make use of this tool, right, in order to put all your social media platform all together. So we have Metricool, we have Hootsuite, we have Sprout Social, and we have Social Bakers. These are tools you can use in having a whole social media platform. What I mean by a whole social media platform, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, right, that you can actually use to integrate them together, right? And you have what's called analytics tool, right? You want to know where your audience are actually coming from, right? Where they are coming from Instagram, their analytics. You want to know, you want to get the data. What I mean by the analytics tools there, you want to get the data of where some of your target audience are actually reaching you from. Whether they are reaching you from Europe, whether they are reaching you from Ghana, whether they are reaching you from so you want to get the insights, you want to get their data, you want to know their demographics, you want to know their engagement metrics. What I mean by engagement metrics is that how they are engaging with your platform, right? Then another thing is content creation and design tools. So I'm going to be teaching you content creation strategy. Not only that, and I'm going to be teaching you tools that you are going to be using to design this content creation. So we have tools like Canva, we have tools like Adobe Creative Cloud, we have tools like Pink Money, and we have tools like Snapper, right? We have tools like Snapper to enable you work effectively as a social media manager, right? Then we have scheduling tools. Scheduling tools like CoSchedule, we have Sprinkle, right? These are tools that you can use to schedule posts. Right? You can still use Metricool also to schedule your post, right? So I'm going to be giving you a whole package to all the tools that I use that has I've been able to be used, that I've been using to help organizations, right, to scale up on the social media space. So I'm going to be teaching you how you can use these tools all together. These are the things that I want to personally equip you with. So I have a package. So I have a package for all this, right? I have a toolbox for all this. Now, the next thing there is job opportunities. Because most people will be wondering, after learning this, after learning all these things, are there jobs? Come on. Are there jobs? That's not even a question, right? There are jobs. There are jobs. Please just give me a few minutes, please. All right. So I want to be sure, I want to expose you guys, because most people have been doubting Thomas. I know they plenty. Yeah. And they'll be thinking, after learning this course, are there going to be jobs? There are going to be jobs, and you have a whole lot of them available. And I'm going to be showing you jobs that are available for you now, right? So there are jobs that are actually available for you as a social media manager, right? So I'm going to be sharing my screen now so that you can see the jobs that are actually available for you. Right? Okay. So I'm not even really talk about international clients. I want to start with our local clients we have here, or local organizations and businesses we have here. So let me show you something. Social media management jobs. All right. Okay. So as out of just today, there is 4 new jobs. In short, 114 jobs is available right now on LinkedIn as a social media manager jobs. Social media, 114 jobs are available as a social media on LinkedIn. Apart from that, if you scroll down, go to Indeed here, right? Or Glassdoor here. We have, this is as of April 2024, this month, 326 social media manager jobs in Nigeria. This is as of April. So when we are talking about demands of jobs, there are demands. It's just that people don't know. And Indeed here, 37 social media manager jobs. This is as out of 23 of April available. On LinkedIn here, I have 55 social media manager jobs in just Lagos alone, right? So jobs are available. If we are talking about jobs, they are available. Now let's not even not go there. Let's even go to Fiverr, right? Let's go to Fiverr, where we can work as a freelancer, right, and get remote jobs. So I'm going to type in social media management here now. Social media manager. All right. Let's see. Okay. You can see these people positioning themselves, right? Some people are charging $40, $100, $30 as a social media manager. And these are simple things you can do. $85, $109 right, that people are actually charging, right, as a social media manager, right? These are jobs that are actually available. They want me to sign up on this platform. I don't want to do that. Right. So there are jobs that are actually available for you, right? On Fiverr, on Upwork, and all that. Now, I have a cheat. I used to tell people that I have a cheat that I've been using to get jobs, right? I have a cheat that I've been using to get jobs from Fiverr and Upwork, right? But I'm only going to release this cheat to only people, right? This is not for everybody, right? I'm just going to be releasing this cheat for only some few people. But before then, I know some of you are overwhelmed. I know some of you are overwhelmed about all these things I've been saying since morning. In short, this is the way somebody is screaming right now, or more. So these services are available right now, and I have not been able to utilize it. You know, this is the way somebody is screaming. So there are jobs that are available, and I don't know how to go about it. Jesus is Lord. And I know this is what some people are doing right now. Say, hey, so I've just been jobless for nothing, right? Then to give you the icing, right? There, even if someone is employing, if an organization is employing you in Nigeria here, if an organization is employing you in Nigeria here, you stand the minimum chance of the minimum amount they can pay you as a social media manager is 200K. If you know your job very well, the minimum. Let's say an organization you employ you as a social media manager. If you know your job and you know what you are doing, right? The minimum that organization can pay you, that they did not pay you at all, they will pay you 200,000 naira as a social media manager. So it's a very, very lucrative skill, right? So, and so how many of you here wants to be a pro at this? Like, you want to be a pro, you want to be a professional social media manager, right? So I want to know how many people want to be a pro at this. If you say, I want to become a pro, I want you to go to the chat box and say, I want to be pro, me, right? I want to be pro at this. I want to be pro at this. Yes, I want to be a professional social media. I want to become a pro. I want to become a pro. Yeah. How many of you wants to become a pro? Okay. Wow. Don Morrison say me. Michael say me. Bruce say me. Okay. Azan, nice one. Genevieve. Okay. All right. So a whole lot of people wants to be a pro at this, right? So now, this is the part where I'm not going to accommodate everybody. So I'm sorry, this part I'm not going to accommodate everybody, right? Because at this particular stage, if you are not serious, right, I want you to just go. Just leave us and leave us with the people who are serious, people who are ready to take action, people who are ready to be go-getters. So even if you are just 5 in numbers in this place, I'm okay. I'm 5 people who are ready to just become a pro. I don't want to work with much people, right? So you just want to be a professional and you want to become a certified social media manager, right? And you want to become a professional at this. So this is the part I don't want to work with a whole lot of people, right? So I just want a few number of persons to work with. So if you know, I'm giving you just few. I can see some people are leaving already. So that's fine. You are free to go. So you are free to go. It's not actually for anybody. It's not everybody that is going to that wants to make money in this life. And it's not everybody that are go-getters, right? But there are some people here that I know they are go-getters. But if you know you are a go-getter, stay. But if you know you are not a go-getter, and we know that you are someone that you will start a journey and you will not end it, go. I'm giving you that time to go now, please. You can leave and leave us alone, right? Leave us alone. Leave us alone. You can go, you can go. I'm waiting for those people to just go so that we can know the rest of us that remain. All right. You want to go, please go. Go. We don't need you here. So I want just go-getters. I want people who are ready to take actions. I want people who they will start something from the beginning and they will end it. Those are the kind of people I personally want to help. And those are the kind of people I really want to work with. Right? So I have an offer for these people. Right? I have a detailed recorded of over 40 videos course on social media management, right? And I want these people to go through these 40 videos. These 40 videos worth over 35,000 naira, right? It was more than that. And if you've been following my teaching, you will know that I'm not just a common teacher, right? I teach in details, right? So that's why I call it a detailed recorded of over 40 videos of this social media management course. And we have a support system, right? I'm not going to leave you at it. I want to support you, right? I want to grow with you, right? I want you to become an expert, right? And there are certifications for this. That is the more reasons why we are partnering with Digital World Tech Academy so that you can be certified. Digital World Tech Academy can give you certification so that when you are applying for jobs, you can apply with your certification, right? So that's why. And then there's a handout, a social media management handout. Then, I told you that there are tools that you can actually use as a social media manager, right? And I'm going to be giving you access to my toolbox. This is my toolbox worth over 10,000 naira, right? Then you have a one-on-one masterclass. Most people that I've trained, right? I have a one-on-one class with them when they are having issues with one or two things. My consultation is very, very expensive, right? If you want to get me to consult you, it's very, very expensive, right? I charge over 20,000 naira for consultation, right? Then we have a class of other experts. This class of other experts is like a community of people who are social media managers already, right? They are actually doing these things. My phone, I don't have access to my phone right now. I will have showed you my phone to see my VIP of my social media managers, right? We have a community already, right? Where we talked about strategies and all that, right? And then you are going to get certification, right? You are going to get certification for this particular course. Now, the thing there is that I'm giving it out ridiculously because I want to help people. That's why I said I won't go getters. That's why I'm telling these other people who are not ready to get out, right? Because this is the value they cannot get for these amounts that I'm about to show you. I'm giving this out for just 3,000 naira. Can you just see how ridiculous that money is? Just 3,000 naira. And if you are in Ghana, right? If you are in Ghana, you can pay just 50 Ghana cedis. Then I'm not stopping that. All those values are there, right? That you get. But there's still a bonus. If you pay this 3,000 naira, there's still a bonus, right? A bonus to how to get international jobs as a social media manager, right? I'm going to be teaching you how you can position yourself to get international jobs, right? So how to use AI, right? AI to create content, right? I'm going to be teaching you all that. Then how to run a Facebook ad using the ad manager. That's something I'm going to be teaching you too. Then there's a full video editing tutorial I'm giving out to for free with it. So you can see these are a whole lot of value. If I were you, I'm not going to miss out of this, right? I'm not going to miss out of this. I'm going to make sure that I tap into this value, right? Now, I'm not going to be doing this for everybody, right? 30 persons is just for 30 persons who are ready to take action tonight, right? 30 persons who are ready to take action tonight. So all you just need to do is to pay a sum of 3,000 naira to that account where you have this FCMB account here. Just pay a sum of 3,000 naira there. Then go and share your payment proof on the WhatsApp platform, right? Go and share your payment proof on the WhatsApp platform. I repeat, just for 30 people who are ready to take action this night, right? This night, not for everyone, but just for 30 people who are ready to take action this night. It's not for everyone, it's just for 30 people who are ready to take action this night, right? So you have access to this. You are going to be having access to our LMS, our learning management system, right? Where we can actually add you up, then you can learn this skill and make yourself valuable, right? Value is what attracts income, is what attracts finances, right? I've been a testifier of this, right? Just because of the fact that I've been able to increase my value, I've been able to increase my income, right? So I'm not telling you something that has not worked for me, something that has worked for me, and I want to help you to achieve that. So for some of you that are having questions, you have questions, right? You want to ask questions concerning this class. You want to have questions concerning this value that I'm giving to you. I want you to raise up your hand and I will unmute you and you can tell me, you can ask me any questions, please. So all you just need to do is raise up your hand, then I will unmute you, then we can have that one-on-one discussion. But then, as I'm talking to you right now, payment is going on the platform. So try and make sure that you are among those 30 persons, right? Make sure that you are part of those 30 persons that are actually making payment. Okay, so the Ghanaians are paying to Momo. So you can go pay into the Momo account, right? I can see some hands raised up already. Olalekan, just chill, right? Loretta, chill, please, right? So for the Ghanaians, just go pay into the Momo account here, right? So I'm gonna unmute some of you right now. Olalekan, please, you can ask your question. You can unmute. Ask your question.
Hello, good evening.
All right. Good evening.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, Olalikon. I can hear you. Good evening.
My question is this. The videos, are they international videos, like I mean the tutorial video, or Nigerian based, or is someone like you that created the video?
Okay, this videos is actually created by myself. These are not international videos. This is a video that I created myself so that I will be able to guide and I'll be able to monitor everyone, right, that are actually following me up. This is not affiliate video, because I know you might be asking that question based on your experience of affiliate marketers and all that. These are videos that I just created by myself, and I'm going to be giving you access to it. So is your question answered? Olalikon. Olalikon, is your question answered? Olalikon. All right, so the next person I'll be unmuting here, Loretta.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
My question is, can we know the plan, as in the timetable, the days we have the class,
Okay, good.
and
All right.
I mean, we need to plan. So if we don't know anything, the cost, how long it will take, and all that, I think that should come for us to make an informed decision, so that you know how you go about your schedules if you are interested. It will also form part of our decision making.
Okay, I like the way you sound, Loretta. That's a very good one. Nice one. Okay, so we have the classes every Thursdays, right? So we have access to the learning management systems where the videos are there. Okay. So we have access to the learning management systems where these videos are there. Then we are not stopping there, right? We have a support system where we can actually work with you one-on-one to know what are your the challenges you are having, right? There are some things you don't understand, you need clarity on, right? So I can give you clarity on those.
Please, Thursdays, what time to what time?
All right, so Thursdays from 8 p.m., right? 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Nigeria time, right? 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. And that 2 hours is powerful. I must tell you, so powerful.
For how long? How many months?
Okay, not months. Okay, yeah, sorry, for 6 weeks. Sorry, for 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Yeah, for 6 weeks.
Starting from?
Starting from this Thursday.
This day, okay.
All
right, thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Loretta. I like your question. Nice one. All right, the next person I have here is Azan. Azan, you can ask your question.
Yeah, hello. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Azan.
I actually lost contact the signal for some time before I came back.
Sorry about that. Sorry about
So but I can see on the screen that for we Ghanaians, those who are here in Ghana,
yeah,
we are paying 50 Ghana cedis. Is that so?
Yes, you are paying 50 Ghana cedis to.
And then we are paying it to
Momo.
Okay.
Yeah, Momo.
Momo.
Yeah.
Nafiu, Scratch, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Abeg, is there any time period for it, like an expiry date of payment?
Okay, expiring payment, right? Make sure
like date.
Make sure you make payment tonight.
Tonight.
Yes, tonight. Because we can only accommodate 30 persons.
30 persons.
Yeah, 30 persons. So make sure you are part of those 30 persons that are making payment tonight.
Thank you. So it means that this Thursday, if everything is all right, this Thursday we'll be starting classes.
Yes, this Thursday we are starting our first class. Guaranteed you.
Okay. But I can see that the Ghanaian time and that of Nigeria is not the same, right?
Okay, yes. So the 8 p.m. I'm talking about is Nigeria time.
Okay.
So I think that should be 7 p.m. in your own country.
For Ghana, okay. Okay, sure. Thanks so much. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much, Azan. Nice one. So, any other question? I've been able to answer Loretta. I've been able to answer Olalikon. Right? Any other person? Okay, Loretta. I think Loretta is still raising up. Okay, Loretta, you still want to ask a question?
No, sorry.
All right. All right.
Oh, sorry.
All right, so guys, okay, I'm seeing a whole lot of hands here, right? So I'm seeing a whole lot of hands here, but just hold on. I'm going to answer all your queries and all your questions, right? So yeah, just like I said earlier, these are the things that you are going to be getting, right? We have a detailed recorded of over 40 videos course on our LMS, and this is what a lot. We have this 5 weeks here is 6 weeks, so it's gonna be 6 weeks of live support system class. Then you have access to the social media management handout. You have access to the social media management toolbox. You have a one-on-one master class. Then we have the class of the other experts, which we are going to join that community, right? Then you are going to get certification for the course also, right? And I said this is just available for just 30 persons that are ready to make payment tonight. It's not for everybody, right? Just for 30 persons who are ready to make payment tonight. So
what gadget do we need then?
you said what?
I said what?
Oh, sorry. Please, if you want to ask questions, just raise up your hand and I will unmute you. And let me call you. Jerax Media. Jerax Media, you can unmute.
Okay. Good evening, sir. Good evening, class. I'm so blessed to be here, and thank you for all the value you've given so far, sir. I don't know if you can hear me, sir.
Yeah, sure. I can hear you. Sounded clear.
Okay. I was going to ask a few questions which you've already answered.
Okay.
So, but one other thing is on the barest minimum. I know for sure this class. By your mentioning, you're going to give us a toolkit and the videos and all. Yeah. It's more like self-paced and all. But what is the barest duration one can actually transform from a learner to actually landing a job with the social media whole thing?
Okay, so if you go through the 6 weeks training, I can guarantee you that you are fit. But then I'm not going to just leave you like that. I'm going to give you some things to do. Are you getting it? So I'm going to give you some work to actually do so that you can equip you. Some projects, that's the word I'm trying to look for. Some projects to do so that it can equip you to be fit for that job, right? So working with all these projects will actually make you skillful for the job. And in space of 10 weeks maximum, you should be ready and available to get a job as a social media manager. So Jerax Media, have I answered your question?
Yeah, by one other thing, by projects, you mean mock jobs, right?
Yes. What I mean by project is that I'm going to be giving you maybe some of the jobs that I am doing presently. I can just hand them over to you just to check your level of understanding so far.
Okay. Blessings, sir. Thank you.
All right, Jerax. Have I been able to answer your question?
Sure you did. Thank you very much.
All right.
Blessings.
All right, another person. Aminat.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Aminat.
Okay, I'm actually interested in Instagram ads and all.
Okay.
But it's not part of the outline.
Who said so? right? Who said so? If that's what you are interested in, don't worry.
Yeah. Instagram,
I'm
get your target audience, search engine optimization.
Oh, that is a full
Yeah.
digital. Okay, that is a full digital marketing course, right? That's actually a full digital marketing course. And we have a full digital marketing course at Digital World Tech Academy. So you know what you can do now for me is that just send me a DM, right? And I will guide you step by step through on how you can do that. So I mean that. So talking about SEO, you're talking about SEO, you're talking about social media marketing, you're talking about affiliate marketing, content marketing, and all that, right?
Yeah.
That's a full stack. That's a full stack digital marketing.
Yeah.
Looking for, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just send me a DM and I will talk more about that.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much.
All right, I mean that. Thank you too. And I like your interest in learning digital marketing.
Yeah, thank you. All
right. Make sure you send me a DM.
Okay, yes, I will.
All right. Okay, who else again? Okay. Amanda, let me hear from you, Amanda.
Okay, good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Amanda, I can hear you sound and clear.
Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate your taking this time to, take us through this social media training. I've always wanted to, to build my expertise around it as well. And I'm grateful for this opportunity. I'm paying so that I can learn more. But I wanted to know, because at the moment I don't have a laptop. Is laptop a very important tool for me to be in those classes?
No. It's not actually really important for you to. But with time, I want you to put that as your I want you to put it part of your plan, right? Because going forward you will need it. But it's not something you need. All you just need to do is learn the skill now, right? And you can use your phone. You can use your smartphone, right? To
Yes.
do that every of the things that we are actually going to be doing.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure that my phone can suffice at the moment because I don't have plan to get a laptop in the next 2 months.
Okay, so you can actually use your phone within that specific period of time. Amanda, can you hear me clearly? Hello, Amanda. And I lost Amanda. I just lost Amanda.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you. Oh.
Okay, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. I can hear
Okay,
you.
so I actually wanted to plead with you and the management of Digital World because I've attended some other trainings where a lot of promises were made, and at the end they were not able to live up to their promises. It's really heartbreaking when you have to pay. I know it's very cheap, but then when you're paying a token, you're expecting that they live up to their promises, especially with this aspect of you helping us to get international jobs or even landing local jobs on social media management. Please, I'm really very interested in landing a job after all of this training. So I want to plead with you and your management to please live up to your promises of getting us all of these things as promised. And most importantly, for me, I don't know about others, helping us land jobs, especially international jobs. Thank you.
Okay. That your plead now. I have students already. Okay. I have students already who are actually already getting jobs as social media management. I will have showed you some of their my phone is not actually here. I will have showed you some of their portfolios and all that. They're actually doing very well. So promises, I guarantee you, you actually get a job. That one is not something to bargain with. So Amanda.
Okay, it's
And
fine.
you
Thank you.
too.
I'm paying in.
Now, and you too, Amanda, show up for the classes.
Yes.
Show up for the classes. Because what is going to make you to get the job? Before I can certify you, I will make sure that you understand this thing to the core. So make sure you show up for classes.
Yeah.
Classes are on Thursdays by 8 o'clock. So by 8 o'clock, make sure you're already in class. Are you getting it now? So let's
Yes, I'm going to put in a lot of sacrifices. I'm a nursing mother. My baby has been disturbing, but then I try to stay put. So I'm going to put in a lot of sacrifices to do this. I really want to.
Okay, so let's help each other. Help me so that you can help my teaching. Then you two show up for the classes, right?
Okay, it's fine. Thank you.
All right. Any other person, please? Harrison Cosina.
Yeah, good evening.
Wow, good evening. I love the voice.
I'm joining you from Ghana.
Oh, Ghana.
Yes. I want to find out from you if it's possible for us to update this PPT, the one you just used.
For you to do what?
Can you make the PPT available for us after the Zoom class?
Okay, you mean the slide? Access to the slide?
Yeah, the slides.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I can. That's the simplest thing I can do.
Okay.
So just send me a DM and I'll send it to you.
Very well. Thank you.
All right, Harrison.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, but I'm sorry I'm very late because of the network here. I joined you from Ghana. I'm Chris.
Oh, Galaxy.
Yeah.
All right, okay. I can hear you.
Yeah. Actually, our network, there was a rain over here, so our network was very disturbing. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's why very disturbing. Yes. It means some of us couldn't join early.
Okay, so don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll make a provision for some of you that was not able to join. So there's a pre-recorded video that you can have access. You understand, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, but the thing there is that don't wait till you watch the video, right? Because this social media management is actually accessible for just 30 persons that are actually going to make payment tonight. So deem yourself free to go and make that 50 Ghana cedis so that you can actually be part of the class.
Okay.
Yeah? All right, guy. Thank you very much. Thank you, Charlie. All right, next person.
Hello.
Okay. Hey. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. I can hear you.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, this is Antidote.
Okay, Antidote. Yeah, what's up? I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you, Antidote. I can hear you.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Oh my God.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me, sir? Hello.
Antidote. You can unmute now. Antidote. Oh, okay.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, I can hear you.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Salamatu, right?
Yeah, my hand has been up. Okay, my question is,
Yeah.
I've been following, and I'll be a novice in this whole social media thing, marketing thing.
Okay.
I hope you the time for some of us. And the thing too is this giveaway you are giving to the first 30 people who will make payments tonight. I've done so, but what happened to those who will make the payment tonight but wouldn't be part of the first 30? Like maybe you make payments and tonight, but you'll be like the 35th person to have paid. What happens to those people?
30. I specifically said I want to work with 30 persons, right? So I'm working with 30 persons.
Yeah.
So where
Yes.
is 35
So
coming
but the person have paid, so what will happen?
What will happen? Right? You're still gonna have access to the class, but you will not have access to the bonus.
The line is bad. I'm not getting your response. Hello?
Okay, everyone that pays tonight is going to have access. Are you getting me? Can you hear me?
Okay, yes.
So everyone that pays tonight, whether you are this 35th person, whether you are the 40th person, in as much as you are paid tonight, you have access.
Okay.
You will grant the
Okay.
granted access.
Message 2,000.
I dey mute everybody. Shey no be mute all.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Allah. I can hear you. Can you hear me? All right. All right. I can hear you. Antidote. If you have questions to ask, you can still raise up your hand. I'm here. So if you have questions to ask, you can still raise up your hand. Okay,
Yeah, hello, sir. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello?
I can hear you, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, evening, sir.
Okay, so I just want to.
All right. Antidote, sorry. Adenike. Adenike, you can unmute.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Adenike.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Adenike. What's up?
Yeah, I want to ask, yes, you mentioned some apps that we can use for the social media. I want to ask, are we going to be trained on how to use those apps, like something like Canva for editing and the likes of it?
So you'll be taught how to make it.
Are we going to be taught on graphic design?
Yes, you'll be taught how.
Okay. Thank you very.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, Adenike. Azan.
Hello.
Hello, Azan.
Yes, please, can you hear me?
Yes, Azan, I can hear you sound and clear.
Please, can you hear me?
No, I can hear you, Azan.
Let us put it in the basically. Can you?
Azan, I can
Yeah, my network is so bad. It's so bad.
Sorry about that. Azan, I can hear you. Don't worry. I can hear you. Go ahead and ask your question. Now I can't hear you again, Azan. Azan, I can hear you.
Hello, can you hear?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, this is Antidote.
Antidote, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, what I want to say is that I want to thank you for the opportunity, and I believe it's going to be a life-changing opportunity to some of us.
Yeah.
I have personally been looking.
I can hear you. Go ahead. I can hear you. Go ahead.
For the session to begin, I just want to commend you for the good work you are doing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Saying that I already paid money.
Okay, you paid. Nice one. Thank you, Antidote.
I've already paid my money.
Oh, thank you, Antidote. Nice one.
Yeah, so
don't worry, you'll be added to the group. Don't worry, you'll be added to the community.
Okay.
Really call Arsenal to stop them, slow them down, maybe get the crowd a little bit.
All right. Next person here. Adenike, I've been able to answer your question. Do you have any other question? If you have any other question, you can unmute Adenike.
No, I don't have any other question. I've actually made payments, so I'm looking forward to joining the class and gaining better knowledge of social media management.
All right, thank you, Adenike. Okay, I believe there's no any other person asking any question. So everybody is clear. We have gained clarity on why we are here and we are moving forward, right? So for everyone who have made payment, is anybody still raising up their hands? Right, I don't see. I've answered everyone from Adenike to Azan to Kusina. I've been able to answer everyone.
Hello. Hello.
Okay, Azan, okay.
Yes, once again, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Azan.
I don't know where I am, I cannot make payment tonight. Can I do it tomorrow? Because this is
okay.
Where I am is so remote, so I can't make
payment. You know what?
I don't have money on my wallet.
Okay, just DM me with the keyword
okay.
Azan. Send me a DM with your name, Azan, so that I can take note of your name on my DM.
Okay.
You hear me?
No problem. I'll do that. Oh, please, I've heard you.
All right.
I'll do that.
All right. Any other person? All right. It has been a wonderful time with you guys. I really enjoyed myself. I really enjoyed every single time I spent with you guys here. So it's not like a wasted effort. So I want to say, for those of you that are willing to join us and be part of this journey of become a certified social media manager, right? I want to encourage you to go make payments. Make the payment and let's see you in class. Thank you guys and have a lovely night rest. Good night.